Interesting co-meet here, meet, and this one should be fascinating because the last time we saw Da-Un Jung and Devin the Brown Bear Clark, they both got absolutely slept, just straight KO stiffened. I mean, Da-Un Jung got absolutely demolished by Dustin Jacoby, and that was in the first round. Only took 3 minutes, and I think some people were a little bit surprised by that because I know a lot of people were picking Da-Un Jung going into that one, and the fact that Jacoby was able to just tipping him that early, I think opened a lot of eyes to how good Dustin Jacoby is, first of all, and maybe to the, I don't want to say overhyping of Da-Un Jung, but perhaps something along that vein, because, I mean, he does have some nice wins, right? You can't take that away from him. Kenny and Nzechukwu, great win. William Knight, okay. That Sam Alvey fight was kind of close. I remember we meatlocked that one, or excuse me, we parlay filleted that one, and we were lucky to still hit that parlay because Daun Jung almost lost, and it was a draw to Sam Alvey. But nonetheless, a fight that I think you and I were like, ooh, a fight against Sam Alvey probably shouldn't have been that close, right? But he does have some decent wins. He got slept most recently, though. So I want to know if he still has his chin coming into this one against Devin the Brown Bear Clark, who isn't someone with insane power, right? We know the blueprint for the Brown Bear. If he is to win fights, it's usually by him taking you down, keeping you there, finding ways to just control you on the ground and rack up control time. He's not much of a finisher, and I think the knock on Devin the Brown Bear Clark is that he hasn't made the requisite gains that you want to see from a 10, 12 UFC fight veteran. Like I always say, the Brown Bear we saw in 2019 looks pretty similar to the Brown Bear that we're going to see this Saturday, but I wonder if even just that Brown Bear is has enough to take out Da-Un Jung in this one. But it's tough to say because he got slept most recently against Azamat Murzakanov. He lost to Iwan Kutelaba before that and got absolutely demolished by Lionheart in a main event that he probably shouldn't have been in. But he did pick up that one finish over William Knight. So it's like there's some good, there's some bad. When Devin the Brown Bear looks good, he looks like a top 15 guy. But when he looks bad, he looks like he should, maybe be in BKFC. So, what are your thoughts on this one? Do you like Da-Un Jung at a basically 2-1 favorite, or are you seeing some value in the Brown Bear at plus 185? Who are you taking?
Yeah, no, this is a fun fight. But I gotta be honest, I'm not that impressed with Daun Jung. I'm very surprised to see him as this big of a favorite, especially with Tapology. 91% are going with him. I think Brown Bear is going to ragdoll him, get him to the ground and pound, or submit him. I like that he's a dog. His experience is on a whole other level. He's fought way tougher guys than Danu Jung, and so I think he's going to be victorious. I think he's going to get back into the win column. And yeah, Devin the Brown Bear Clark is going to get it done, ground and pound.
Yeah, interesting stuff, and about plus 200, and the line is seemingly moving too. So maybe keep an eye on that one and see if you can get Devin the Brown Bear around plus 250 come tip off, so to speak. But you mentioned the strength of schedule of Devin the Brown Bear. I mean, it really is impressive the guys that he's fought, right? Has wins over Jake Collier, beat Alonzo Menafield, which is another nice win, and then he has a lot of losses. But just listen to the names: Jan Blachowicz, Alexander Rakic, Superman Span, Lionheart, Azamat Murzakanov, like these are all super tough dudes. So if we're looking at just the resume and the experience and the toughness of opponent, strength of schedule, you got to say that Devin Clark has fought way tougher dudes for sure. And we got to remember this is also a guy training at Jackson Wink forever, was working with John Jones for all those years, and was a really highly touted prospect. Just hasn't really delivered as much as some people thought. But if we look at Tapology meet, 91% is rolling with Da-Un Jung. 9% is rolling with the Brown Bear. Are you surprised at all by all the Da-Un Jung love? And specifically, there's a lot of Brown for the KO. Do you think if Da-Un Jung does cash as a favorite that he wins by finish?
Yeah, I think the only way Jung wins is by finish, which we've seen Devin get finished, so it wouldn't be something that's out of this realm. I think Tapology is right on that. If he does win, it's gonna be KO. But I don't know. I just like. I think Devin Clark is due. He's fought way tougher fighters. Insane resume when you look at who he's fought. I mean, lost or win doesn't matter. Just like look at those people versus Da Jung. And I like that he's gonna be a heavy grappler. And if he can get him down, I just don't see how Da Jung is gonna survive. But maybe Dao Jung keeps it on the feet like, Mr. Hill versus Glover and absolutely decimates Devin the Brown Bear Clark. So it's going to be very interesting, but I got to go with the dog. I like those odds.
Yeah, that's a good point. I do think that if Da Un Jung has success stopping the takedown, similar to how Jamal Hill did against Glover, that this might be a long night for Devin the Brown Bear. I think that the strategy should be simple, right? They're fighting at the apex, small cage. I think he's got a closed distance. Pin him up against pin him up against the fence, and find a way to get this thing to the mat. Because I believe that if Brown Bear can get 3 takedowns, he can win this fight. But we'll see if Da Un Jung, like Jamal Hill, has made some serious defensive grappling revisions, I guess we could say. So I'm with you, though, mate. I like Devin the Brown Bear as a dog in this one. I think that the strength of schedule is really going to be key, and he's been there, done that against very tough dudes. Da Un Jung, I think, is a winnable opponent. However, I would definitely tread carefully in this one because you never know what you're going to get from Devin the Brown Bear Clark, and to be fair, you don't really know what you're going to get from Da Un Jung either. So while I do personally like Devin the Brown Bear in this one, I wouldn't say it's the most confident or bullish of strategies to break the bank over him because you never know really what you're going to get. But I like Brown Bear. I like him by decision. Any last thoughts?
No, this is a great fight, fun fight. Don't like how much you taking Brown Bear or Da Jung.